I went and worked with the physical therapist and understood more of the things that Mr. Dashu needed to be doing at that time. And it was disturbing to see this man that had been able to do so much before, even at his age, have to take so many steps back and do so many little things for therapy. They were not the big dynamic movements we had done before, and we had always done exercises and movements that would be shocking to most people to see an 88-year-old do. So to see him have to take this step back was unnerving, and I obviously wanted to see Mr. Dashu get better. So I worked with a physical therapist and began to understand exactly what it is we needed to do with him as we worked with him in the Dashu way. So Mr. Dashu comes home, and we've got the prototype there, and I began coming regularly and working with him in the Dashu way, and we noticed an immediate response to that type of training. Being able to unweigh someone who had this surgery and this low back problem and work with these muscles. It's really our only hope for stabilizing that structure of Stanley's that was affected by the scoliosis and now the hip break. And he got better, and he got better and better and better. And I turned around and we're almost where we were before in just a short period of time. So I really understand firsthand the value of working with a patient. It's so critical in a device like this where I can unweigh them, and now I can move the arms and change the positions and use it in different ways to really challenge myself and get creative with all the different things I know how to do with a patient. The Dashu way really matches me in ability and versatility in terms of what I can do with the unit. So the more I can create, the more I can use the Dashu way, or the more I can actually move and change the Dashu way and put it in different positions, the more diversity I have in working with a patient. So it makes it the superior, ultimate, upright, neutral, functional training device for anybody with a mobility problem. So any professional working with someone who's got a problem like this, the Dashu way is the ultimate solution. And the reason it's the ultimate solution is because it was created for that purpose. It wasn't a company that was created around necessarily just an idea or a thought or any of these kinds of traditional things. It was a company that was created around the needs of one individual with every problem you can probably imagine a patient having, and bringing that patient all the way to complete and total functionality. That's what the Dashu way is about. Well, because the Dashu way wasn't created as a company, we really put a lot of our energy into the quality of the device. And that's why we made it here in the United States, is we had our hands on all the different pieces and components. And we want to make sure that it met our approval. And you know, I've got to work with this device all the time, so I want to make sure that it's the best it can be. Because as a trainer, the Dashu way is the ultimate device for me to work with a patient. So you could say it's not really that it's even made to be this great for the patient, but it's made to interact or interface with a professional like myself, where I can use it and extract all the different benefits from it as well. So as a professional, the Dashu way actually is the ultimate way for me to work with a senior, because I can get them up and not have to support them myself and work with them around all these different features and functions. And it's easier for them, it's easier for me. I can use it as a stretching tool where I can keep them upright, turn them around, and do all their flexibility work, where I might have to have them lying on a treatment table before and having to work around them, and it's very hard to do, and it's not that effective for them. So it's actually a way more effective device than anything else I can find out there. Certainly something where you've just got handles. The fact that you have the choice to use the uprights, keeping the patient erect, the forearm rest, and you can flip them down and use it like a traditional device, gives me so much versatility in what I can do with a patient. I can take them from needing more support when they're upright with hands in the forearm rest to needing less support when we bring it all the way down, and take them to a point where they're going to rehabilitate and get better. I mean, after all, the goal is to make the patient better. We don't want to create a machine that makes them reliant upon one particular position or stay a crutch for them their entire life. If they're capable of rehabbing, the Dashway is a great tool to keep them upright and neutral, train them for that position, drop the arms, teach them how to use it like a traditional device, and eventually not need it at all. One of my favorite parts about the Dashway and working with Mr. Dashu is that we've proven that a mobility device doesn't have to be representative of someone's demise, if you will, or a decline in their life. It shows that if someone has the will, they can get better. And we've changed the stigma for these kinds of devices. Now the Dashway represents a whole new era in mobility where a person can use a tool such as this to improve their condition and move on with their life. Professionals, I feel, have always looked for a way to show their patients that they can improve and get better. And to me, the Dashway represents two things. It represents this amazing new modern product that can be used mechanically to rehabilitate somebody, but it also represents the story of a man that refused to give up and showed these people out there that they can improve and make their lives better as long as they have the will. As I always like to say, you can do it, Stanley did. There are a lot of people out there like Mr. Dashu that are probably bedridden, deconditioned, loss of musculature, loss of strength. They could be on pain medication. For these people, their condition can be very depressing. Well, this is one of the many reasons we love the Dashway. Is it's really a sign of hope that there is a way that you can potentially improve your condition, and that's what Stanley did. And we feel like these people out there need to see this and know this story and see how Stanley recovered and know that there is the potential for their own recovery. Now, not everybody is going to have exactly the same condition as Mr. Dashu, and different conditions can lead to different types of symptoms. But for a large array of patients that are having mobility issues and having trouble getting up and moving around, the Dashway can do just that for them. Look, if you work with a patient in a chair while they're seated, the patient's never going to improve when they're upright and neutral and walking around. So the Dashway is the ultimate way to get somebody up, get them supported and moving around so they can prepare for what they ultimately are trying to do, which is stay upright, keep walking and move around and be functional. So the Dashway really represents a way that these people can get their life back or keep their life going, keep going. Don't let these things get you down. Know that if an 88-year-old, now 92, can do it with all of his limitations, they can do it too. So we've got all kinds of patients currently using the Dashway, from a senior with Parkinson's, with a simian form of Parkinson's, which means his abdominals are contracting and pulling him forward, leaving him stooped over. He was concerned about the way he looked when he walked around. Well, the Dashway keeps him upright and neutral, and even has gained a lot of positive attention for him because it looks so cool. We've got an MS patient who works with a professional. We've trained the professional how to use the device with the MS patient, and they're doing fantastic. We've got a young man who had hip replacement, and the hip got infected. They had to remove it. Well, the guy's walking around without a hip right now, and the only way he's able to do it is with the Dashway. He even says that using the device at all is making him stronger and improving his upper body strength. So you can really see how the Dashway is helping so many different kinds of patients with different diseases and conditions.